The daily struggles of living with dysthymia. Dysthymia, also known as Persistent Depressive Disorder, PDD, is a form of chronic depression that affects an individual's mood, thoughts, and energy levels. Unlike major depressive disorder, where symptoms may come and go, dysthymia is a long-term condition, often lasting for years. Individuals with dysthymia experience a continuous, low-level sadness that can affect all areas of life. Although not as severe as major depression, dysthymia is still a significant mental health condition that can cause considerable emotional and psychological distress. In this article, we will explore the daily struggles of living with dysthymia, including how it affects relationships, work, self-esteem, and overall quality of life. 1. Constant feelings of emptiness. One of the core struggles of living with dysthymia is the persistent feeling of emptiness or low mood. Unlike more episodic types of depression, dysthymia is characterized by a long-term sense of emotional numbness or sadness that can be hard to articulate to others. A constant weight. Individuals with dysthymia often describe feeling like they are carrying a weight or burden throughout their day, even if they are not actively experiencing sadness. Difficulty finding joy. Many people with dysthymia find it difficult to experience pleasure or joy, even in activities they used to enjoy. This emotional flatness can make it hard to connect with others or feel motivated to engage in life. Key insight: the persistent emotional heaviness that comes with dysthymia is not about feeling sad all the time, it's more about enduring apathy and a lack of interest in life, which can be just as debilitating as acute sadness. 2. Low energy and fatigue. A defining symptom of dysthymia is chronic fatigue or low energy. This constant tiredness can significantly affect a person's ability to perform daily tasks, concentrate, or stay productive. Even after a full night of sleep, people with dysthymia often wake up feeling exhausted, struggling to get out of bed. The fatigue associated with dysthymia can make it difficult to start the day, and even small tasks can feel overwhelming. The idea of going to work, meeting friends, or running errands might seem like insurmountable challenges. Lack of motivation. The persistent lack of energy leads to a lack of motivation to do the things that are necessary for daily functioning, like cooking, cleaning, or even getting dressed. Key insight: the fatigue in dysthymia goes beyond typical tiredness. It's an all-encompassing lack of energy that can make even the simplest activities feel draining, contributing to a sense of inertia or stagnation. 3. Difficulty in relationships. Dysthymia can take a toll on both personal and professional relationships. The emotional distance and ongoing sadness can lead to misunderstandings and frustrations with loved ones. Individuals with dysthymia may struggle to maintain the emotional connections that are vital for healthy relationships. Social withdrawal. People with dysthymia often isolate themselves, either due to a lack of interest in socializing or because they don't feel they can meet the emotional needs of others. This can create feelings of loneliness and worsen the depressive symptoms. Strained communication. Dysthymia can make it difficult for individuals to express themselves clearly. The emotional detachment can lead to misunderstandings or make it difficult to share their true feelings, even with close family and friends. Negative self-perception. Many individuals with dysthymia struggle with feelings of worthlessness or guilt, which can affect their interactions with others. They may feel like they are a burden or not deserving of love, further distancing themselves from people. Key insight: the emotional disconnection that comes with dysthymia often leads to isolation. Even though a person with dysthymia may deeply care for others, their condition makes it hard to engage in meaningful relationships. 4. Struggling with motivation and productivity. Dysthymia impacts an individual's ability to feel motivated, which can make it hard to accomplish daily tasks or meet responsibilities, both at home and in the workplace. The constant sense of lack of purpose can lead to procrastination, avoidance, and feelings of failure. Work difficulties. Individuals with dysthymia may struggle to focus, meet deadlines, or complete tasks at work. They often feel like they are underperforming, leading to stress, anxiety, and lower self-esteem. Disinterest in goals. Setting and achieving goals may feel pointless or exhausting, as individuals with dysthymia may not believe they can succeed or achieve anything meaningful. Key insight: the combination of emotional numbness and lack of motivation can result in a feeling of being stuck. Without the energy or interest to take action, individuals with dysthymia may experience a sense of frustration and helplessness. 5. Negative thought patterns and low self-esteem. People with dysthymia often struggle with negative thinking that affects their perception of themselves, others, and their future. These negative thought patterns contribute to a cycle of low self-esteem and feelings of hopelessness. Constant self-criticism. Individuals with dysthymia may have an inner critic that constantly tells them they are not good enough, that they'll never succeed, or that they are inherently flawed. Pessimism. There is often a sense of hopelessness about the future. People with dysthymia may believe that things will never improve, which makes it difficult to imagine a better or brighter future. Impaired decision making. Negative thinking can also lead to difficulties in making decisions. When someone consistently doubts themselves, even simple choices can become overwhelming. Key insight: the negative self-talk that accompanies dysthymia contributes to low self-worth and pessimism, making it harder to believe in one's abilities or future prospects. 6. Cognitive impairment. Dysthymia is often associated with cognitive difficulties, including problems with concentration, memory, and decision making. These cognitive symptoms can interfere with both work and daily functioning. Difficulty focusing. Individuals with dysthymia may find it difficult to stay focused on tasks or conversations. This can cause them to feel scattered or inefficient. Forgetfulness. Memory problems, particularly forgetting appointments or details from conversations, are common. This can lead to embarrassment or frustration. Slowed thinking. Depression-related cognitive impairment often manifests as slowed thinking or difficulty processing information quickly, leading to feelings of inadequacy. Key insight: the cognitive symptoms of dysthymia contribute to feeling mentally exhausted or ineffective. This can further fuel feelings of hopelessness or helplessness. 7. The cycle of hope and disappointment. Living with dysthymia often involves a cycle of fleeting hope followed by disappointment. While individuals with dysthymia may briefly experience moments of optimism, the chronic nature of the disorder means that those feelings are often short-lived. Temporary relief. Occasionally, someone with dysthymia might experience a few days or weeks of feeling better, but the return of depressive symptoms often feels like a major setback. This leads to a sense of disappointment or exhaustion from the repeated cycles. Challenges with hope. The unpredictability of the disorder can make it difficult to sustain long-term hope, as it can feel like a constant battle to manage the symptoms. Key insight: the cyclical nature of emotional highs and lows can be discouraging. For someone living with dysthymia, each period of improvement often feels like it could be followed by another dip into despair. 8. Difficulty with self-care. For individuals with dysthymia, maintaining self-care routines can be challenging. The constant fatigue, lack of motivation, and emotional numbness make it hard to engage in basic activities like personal hygiene, eating well, or staying active. Neglecting personal hygiene. People with dysthymia may skip showering, brushing their teeth, or changing clothes, as the effort required can feel overwhelming. Poor nutrition. Depression can lead to changes in appetite, causing people with dysthymia to either overeat or skip meals altogether. Physical inactivity. The lack of energy and motivation can lead to sedentary behaviors, which only worsen feelings of fatigue and sadness. Key insight: self-care often feels like an insurmountable task for those with dysthymia, reinforcing the cycle of feeling stuck and emotionally drained. Conclusion: living with dysthymia is a daily struggle that affects almost every aspect of life, from relationships and work to self-esteem and personal well-being. The chronic nature of the disorder makes it particularly challenging, as people with dysthymia often experience persistent feelings of sadness, lack of energy, and negative thought patterns. However, with therapy, medication, and support, it is possible to manage symptoms and improve quality of life. By seeking professional help and developing healthy coping strategies, individuals with dysthymia can find relief and begin to rebuild a sense of meaning and fulfillment in their lives.